Commander Shepard's IDC.
They've only been gone a few hours.
Atlantis, this is Shepard. We're coming in hot.
Lower the shield. Raise the shield.
Okay.
Medical team in the gate room.
I got a pulse. How you feeling?
I can't talk.
Can't talk either.
I don't try to say.
Your body experienced a full overload to its sensory and motor nervous system.
What?
You took one of those Wraith stunners right in the face.
It's really quite fascinating, actually. The Wraith weapon impedes the firing of neurons that enable the necessary... The paralysis is only temporary. Don't worry, Rodney. You'll be up and about in no time. Bloody good thing the Wraith weapon's only designed to incapacitate, or he'd be dead.
What?
Major? Could I see you for a second?
Hello? Hello?
He's gonna be fine.
I've heard. I want to know what happened out there.
Same old thing.
Which makes it the 5th time your team's encountered the Wraith. Out of how many missions?
9. So probably not a coincidence.
I think it's pretty damn obvious now. We've got a spy in Atlantis.
Could you please not do that here?
My foot is still numb, if you'll excuse me.
At least your mouth still works fine.
Okay. All right. Let's get started.
Should we wait for Taylor?
Taylor wasn't invited.
This is a member of my team.
She's also an Athosian, sir.
So?
If we've been compromised, and every indication suggests that we have, it's almost certain that one of them is responsible.
We're talking about Taylor.
I don't like it either, Major.
Good, then get
but
on
the
in
safety
here.
of this base and its personnel are my main concern right now, as it should be yours. The Wraith have shown up on 5 of the last 9 planets your team has visited, and given the fact that 2 of those worlds were unpopulated, we can pretty much assume that they're being alerted to your missions by someone on this base.
If someone on this base was communicating with the Wraiths, then why hasn't Atlantis been attacked?
Good point.
Maybe we should just stop using the Stargate indefinitely.
We can't do that.
Why not?
Because we need ZPMs to power this place.
They seem to be running fine right now.
Okay. When the Wraith do show up, and they will, how do we defend ourselves?
Or for that matter, how do we get back to Earth?
This is the only Stargate in the Pegasus galaxy that can even reach Earth. And if it comes to that, we're going to have to use a self-destruct before the Wraith take the city.
Bottom line, we need to use the gate.
Then we gotta find out who's responsible ASAP. I suggest we start by confining all non-base personnel to the south side of the complex.
Are you kidding?
That's the absolute minimum we should do if Colonel Sumner was still...
He's not. I am.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to start treating anyone like prisoners.
Well, that's good.
That said, steps should be taken to safeguard the more sensitive areas of this facility. It's only reasonable.
I recommend no-go zones start with Stargate operations, the labs, power generation, and the jumper bay.
I'd like to meet with every Athosian on this base. I mean, they've been here 3 months. I only know a handful of them by name.
I could start setting up interviews as soon as we're done here.
In the meantime, all gate travel is suspended until further notice.
Sorry, ma'am. You can't come up.
I'm on my way to see Dr. Weir.
That area is off limits.
Since when? I believe there's been some sort of misunderstanding. I was unaware a meeting had been called.
Let's take a walk.
What is happening?
There may be a security leak on Atlantis.
Are you certain?
Well, I'm not certain, but pretty certain. Means we're going to have to take temporary precautions.
Such as?
Well, like suspending gate travel, tightening security, getting to know your people a little better.
You suspect an Athosian?
Dr. Weir wants to meet them, that's all. It's not personal. Well, I mean, it is in the sense that she wants to meet them all personally.
You're aware of the horrors generations of my people have faced at the hands of the Wraith, and yet you would still question their loyalty?
Come on, Taylor, that's not fair. You got people running around Atlantis that she's never even met.
I know each and every one of them. I would stake my life on their innocence.
Okay. Well, perhaps you've noticed, but every time we step through the Stargate, bad guys try to kill us. And I'm getting a little tired of it. How about you?
That does not mean...
Look, all we're asking for is a little cooperation, that's all.
You shall have it.
Holly, how's Jinto?
Well enough for a boy confined to his living quarters.
I'm sorry. It's temporary, but it is a necessary precaution.
So I've heard.
Then I assume you know why we've arranged these meetings?
For the same reason my people can no longer go off-world or enter parts of the city. You no longer trust us.
The truth, Holly? We don't know who to trust. Information regarding some off-world excursions has obviously found its way to the Wraith.
Obviously.
They can't be lying in wait in every corner of this galaxy. And they're tracking our movements, and we need to find out how. Your help with this would be greatly appreciated.
Then by all means, how can I be of assistance?
Thank you.
Since you've been here on Atlantis, you've been off-world 3 times?
Yes, I've been acting as a guide on behalf of Sergeant Stackhouse's reconnaissance team, helping to establish relations between your people and some of our former trading partners.
Stackhouse reported he lost track of you in a couple of these outings.
I did take the time to visit some close friends.
Interesting. 2 of your 3 visits predated Wraith attacks by approximately a day.
Sergeant.
What are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything.
You think I would betray my own people? Jeopardize the life of my son?
No one is making accusations.
I disagree. You've already leapt to the conclusion that an Athosian is responsible.
Because it can't possibly be one of our own people.
No?
We just need to clarify a few things.
Then allow me. I lost my closest friend in the Wraith attack that forced us from our homeworld. s01e, the woman you spoke to before me, lost both her parents. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find an Athosian who has not experienced loss at the hands of the Wraith. These are the people you accuse.